Hello guys, welcome back to Piping Engineers. Guys, in today's video, we will again discuss about the piping interview questions. So guys, if you are looking for a job, then this video is for you. Just go through the questions and I guess it will definitely help you in getting a job. So guys, for more videos and updates, please like, follow and subscribe to our channel. So let's begin our today's video and learn about the piping interview questions. So guys, today in our interview series, the first question that we have on our screen is how can flanges be classified based on your pressure temperature rating? So pressure and temperature, these are the two important ratings. Based on these two ratings, walls, flanges and other fittings are designed and considered in a system. So flanges are basically classified in terms of class 150, 300, 600, 900, 1500 or 2500. So these ratings come on the basis of your network pressure and temperature, or the network or the system for which the pressure and temperature have been considered. Based on this consideration, these flanges are selected. Next question is again related to flanges, so which is how can flanges be considered based on end facing? So you may be knowing that flanges are different based on their ends, and based upon their ends they are selected for different services and fluids. So flanges are classified on the basis of facing. The first one is your flat facing. So the flat faced flanges, their ends are flat and they don't have any raised part out of it. Second one is raised face. In raised face, the flange end will be having something raised out of the face, and that raised face will be joined through with the help of a gasket, so that there is no leakage when two flanges are joined. Third one is your tongue and groove based, and the fourth one is your male and female faced. So basically these are the four flange and facing types. And to mind you one thing, mostly we use flat faced or a raised face flanges because most of the services can be served by these two flanges only. The next question is, guys, where the smooth finish flange and serrated finish flanges are used? So the flanges, as we discussed their faces, so these faces can also be smooth or serrated. So smooth means there will be no machining or no meshing type shown, and serrated means there will be some consistency will not be there, and there will be some serrations on the end of the flanges. So basically where these are used, the smooth flanges are provided when we use metallic gasket, and the serrated flanges are used when non-metallic gasket is provided. So this is one of the basic question which interviewer can ask you when you are going for an interview of a piping engineer, a piping supervisor or a piping fitter. Moving on to the next question, guys, how are piping fittings classified based on the end connections? So let me tell you one thing, this end connection question can be asked in different parts. So it can be asked for your fittings, it can be asked for your flanges, and it same can be asked for your walls also. So most of the fittings, they have same kinds of ends, and they are, one is your socket welded fittings, so screwed end fittings, butt welded fittings, bell and spigot fittings. So let me tell you one thing, these four type of fittings, they will be applicable in your cases of walls, in your cases of flanges, and in cases of fittings also. So the same question can be answered for three different types of fittings that we used in our piping system. Moving on to the next slide, guys. Next question is, up to what temperature carbon steel pipe shall be used? So guys, carbon steel pipes can be used only up to 425 degrees Celsius. And now you have to tell me why we cannot use carbon steel above 425 degrees Celsius. There is a significant reason that why carbon steel pipes are not used for higher temperature. So you have to answer that in comment section if you are watching the complete video for your learning purpose. Next question is, guys, which material is used for fluid transportation about 425 degrees Celsius? So yes, for up to 425 you can use carbon steel, but above 425 you have to use alloy steel materials. So alloy steel materials can be used for higher temperature services where carbon steel cannot fulfill the purpose. Next question is, guys, what are the different types of welding? So one of the major question your interviewer can ask you, so that what are the different types of welding? So different types of welding are submerged arc welding, which you call SAW, Next is your tungsten inert gas welding, which we call TIG welding, metal inert gas welding, which we call MIG welding, and SMAW, which is known as shielded metal arc welding. So these are the four basic types of weldings that we use in our different piping works or in our equipment buildings. Next question is, guys, what type of material are used for drinking water and instrument air? So drinking water and instrument air both are very clean services that are used in a plant, and any dust material that can go into the network or that can go to human body when water is being drinking, so that we have to avoid. So that is why galvanized steel pipe or stainless steel pipe is used, and we are not using carbon steel pipe. So you tell me why we don't use carbon steel pipe for your drinking water and instrument air? Why we only use galvanized steel or stainless steel pipe for your instrument air particularly and drinking water? Moving on to the next question, guys. Basic question: what is the difference between your pipe and tube? So pipe, again, is identified by your nominal bore, then thickness, and it is defined by schedule. So when we go to market and we need to buy a pipe, we say please provide us a DN200 pipe of schedule 40. Similarly, a tube is identified by OD and thickness. So that is the basic difference when we go for the procurement of a pipe and a tube, and we identify these two differently based on OD and thickness and schedule number. Moving on to the next slide, guys. Next question is, guys, what are the essential data documents required for preparation of equipment layout? So equipment layout is one of the important thing that we do when we are working for any plant, any greenfield plant or brownfield plant. But there are few things that your equipment engineer would be requiring before starting the equipment layout. So the first thing that he asks for is your process flow diagrams. Next one, he will be asking about your piping and instrumentation diagrams. Project design data will be required, equipment sizes will be required, and approximate building sizes will be required. So why he require process flow diagrams? Process flow diagram is required so that he knows the exact process of the flow, process of the plant. He knows how the fluid is moving in the plant from one part to another, so that there is no cross movement of fluids from one part of the another, and the layout is smooth. Next is he requires piping and instrumentation diagram to basically know what are the equipment, what is the piping and walls and other things that will be coming in the plant. Next is project design data. It will be capturing all the basic design data of the plant. Next is your equipment sizes, because ultimately those equipments are to be placed in that layout. So rough size, if we don't have the exact sizes and the ordering has not been done, rough sizes based on the previous projects or the basic tender data he would be requiring. And next is approximate building sizes. Approximate building sizes is required because he need to place all the buildings in the layout, and based on those placing of buildings he need to build all the basic amenities like roads, sewage drains, fire water, and water system, etc. Based on this, so all these information are must required by a layout engineer to start preparing for the layout. Next is, guys, expansion and contraction of a pipe fluid due to temperature and pressure changes can be compensated by. So when a fluid is moving inside a pipe, there are expansion and contraction in the pipe sizes. So why how do we compensate those expansion and contraction in the pipes? So we provide compensators, bellows, and loops. So compensators and bellows, they contract and expand based on the change in pressure and temperature. Similarly, loops are provided. So loops are generally provided in case of your steam lines and cold water temperature, cold water pipelines. So but steam line is primarily one of the thing where we provide these loops, and this looping is done so that expansion and contraction can be absorbed by the pipe itself. Next question is, guys, which gas is used for purging of gas pipelines? So that why purging we do in the pipelines. Purging is done so that to remove any foreign particle or any foreign gas entrapment inside the pipe and to make it clean. So basically we do purging by inert gases. So from we first of all we can use nitrogen, and after that we can use steam. So primarily these two things I would say easily available and cheap, so we do purging with the help of nitrogen or steam. Next question is, what do you check before erection of pipes on pipe rack? So guys, if you are a construction piping engineer, So what will be the basic checklist that you will be doing basic checks, because when before erecting a pipe, obviously you will be having around 10-20 checklists that you will be completing and fulfilling. After that only you will be giving go ahead for pipe erection. But basically the basic things that we check is elevation is correct, alignment of pipe has been done, and welding has been completed. So these three things that we do while we before erecting a pipe on the pipe rack. So I hope guys you would have learned something in today's video, and I would be able to taught you, make you ready for your next interview. So guys, please, for more videos and updates, like, follow and subscribe to our channel. I guess you would have learned something. So thank you for watching the video. Thanks a lot.